It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed to the channel. That's how you help my channel get into the algorithm. I would highly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to talk about, but before I get into it, because I get this comment a lot, understand that this is a street channel, right? Where we talk about the streets. So I don't understand when people come in here and upset and talk about why you're talking about this or why you're talking about that. This is a street channel. Why would you come into a street channel and be shocked or appalled or offended that we're talking about the streets? This is a street channel. Why did you click on a street channel and expect to find something else? This is what we talk about here, the streets. I'm not promoting the streets. Promotion is a different thing. Promoting is if I'm on here saying, yeah, you should join this life. You'll get this out of this life. This is the best type of life to live, or you'll be successful. That's promoting it. Simply speaking about it is a separate thing. It's not the same thing. I know because you dislike this life, it's hard for you to separate the two, but there is a difference. So there's that, right? so that's why we're talking about it, right? I was watching a video, right, that Rascal put out there. Shout out to his channel. Go check him out, the Homie Hangout, or Homie Rascal's Reactions. And he was talking about, right, of a topic that he's seen some other YouTube channels talk about, right? I think Santo G's another one. Go subscribe to Santo G. And he mentioned a few other people, the Spence, I can't really remember off the top, right? But he mentioned, some of these videos and the topics, right? And I'm here to give my 2 cents, right? Because it's a trip, how similar it is, right? Because him being, from Northern California and how it was, right? So people get this confusion, right? When it comes to homeboys, right? They feel like we're more attached to paisas, right? Because, of, prison systems and, and upstate homies and stuff like that, right? How the connections are and how it's ran. But right here, I'm here to give you how it really was down here, down south, right? And people can't say that I'm lying or making this up, bro, because you can't tell me what I, witnessed and experienced, in my life. And not just in my area, right? Because I know people, it's hard to believe, but when I say I hang out with homies from other barrios in their areas, with them, it's because I really, I'm not just saying that just to look cool or tough or down or whatever. It's because it really happens, bro. I really do know homies and really do chill with them in their areas. So I know exactly how it is, you know what I mean? It's not just my hood, I do actually know a lot of people from different hoods and, I interact with you and stuff like that. Like I said, I never have to lie to get my channel's not even monetized, bro. There's no reason for me to lie, bro. That's the honest truth. You could ask around. Anywho, well, I even have pictures on my channel. What more evidence do you want? That's pictures of those homies from those hoods in their area, and we're right there. Anyway, when it comes to down here, right, the relationship with us and, paisas, I have talked about this before, isn't the best, right? Homies down here, when you insult your enemigas, vatos, when they go back and forth, like, well, those are your homies, those fucking paisas, fools. Them fools ain't no homies. Them fools look like paisas. Or, your fucking hood is full of nothing but pure paisas. You say that to them to downplay their neighborhood, to disrespect their neighborhood. It's a disrespectful term down here, right? If you tell a homie, fool, you ain't no gangster, fool, you a paisa. Or you don't look like a G, you look like a paisa. They take it as offense, bro. They take it like you're offending them. It's an offensive thing to call a homeboy that. You know what I mean? Although some homies are paisas and paisas are with the business, you know what I mean? But I'm saying that's how it's said and how it works down here. I'm not saying that oh, that's cool or hell yeah, or like if it's, if a homie's down or whatever, paisas are with the business and there are people and stuff like that. But I'm simply just speaking on how it went down here. Right? And there was sometimes you would hit up fools and fools would say that they were paisas, even though they looked all gang banged out, like, man, we would even have to tell fools before to lift up their shirts, turn around, to see if they had any tattoos, because there was times we would hit fools up that would say that they were paisas. Next, we're getting rolled up by the enemigos, and that same fool that said he was paisa is right there with them. you know. So that was happening down here as well, and vatos were playing those cards, you know, saying that they were paisas when in fact they were, you know, ranking it, you know, and then they would come back, you know, later on with their homeboys. So there was times where homies would just take off on these fools just in case they weren't paisas. They would just beat them up just because, just in case they were from the enemigos, right? That shit was happening, you know, and homies would rob paisas. That was happening, bro, down here. You know, vatos would take advantage of these fools because they knew that they wouldn't defend themselves, and they know that they would just, you know, give it up with no problem. They were easy pickings. It's fucked up. It shouldn't happen. It's messed up, but it was happening, bro. And I don't gotta make up shit. It wasn't just my barrio like some fools were saying. Oh, maybe it was just your hood. Nah, fool. Nah. Trust me when I say that these homies were doing this shit. And no homie could come on here and say that I'm lying, bro. That's why no homie has came on here and said that I was lying, bro. There's no reason for me to lie. That shit was happening, bro. And it still happens, sadly. But this is real shit that was occurring, bro. Vatos were, yeah, them fools ain't no fucking gangster. Them fools are fucking paisas. That's how fools were saying it, bro. That's how fools would do these fools. Like, that fool can't even fucking speak English, fool. That fool's all chunti. That's how, this is shit that these fools were saying, bro. We're interacting. I'm telling you, bro, there's no reason for me to front or nothing like that. Like, motherfucking chunti and shit can't even fucking, can't even say, you know, the name of the barrio right. This is shit that these fools would say, fool. When they would get their clown on the enemigos, bro. This is all stuff that was being said, bro. Now you would say that's stupid. I thought you fools were proud to be Mexican. I'm telling you, bro. But see, the thing is with these individuals, the thing that they came number one to them before anything else was their fucking barrio. Before anything, before being brown, before being, you know, before their families, bro. This shit was number one, bro. Number one. You know. So, you know, they would just like to put themselves above everybody, bro. Because, you know, my barrio's number one, so it makes you feel like, you know, no one can compete at your guys' level, you know, because of the pride that you have for your neighborhood, bro. Because it means that much. It's not faking that feeling. It's not pretending that feeling. It's feelings that people were really having, you know, and really do have, right? That's why it's just hard to let go, or, you know, why is it just, you know, these vatos can't wake up and see, because it's that amount of feeling, the amount of feeling that you would normally, you know, put into a mother, a father, your family, you know, is that since maybe some of those things were absent in their life, they chose to, you know, put all those feelings into their neighborhoods, right? And that's why, you know, they chose to spiral out of control, or choose not to see, you know, whatever, right? It's kind of like if your dad is wrong, or your mom is wrong, or they're doing something wrong, it's hard for you to call them out on it, or it's hard for you to let other people, you know, point it out. You know, you're going to defend your parents or whatever, even though they're in the wrong, you know, and you're not going to like other people, you know, because those are your parents, right? Because of the same thing right here, bro. It's the same shit, bro. It's like if somebody insulting your parents or something like that. That's how these individuals felt about their neighborhoods, because I'm telling you, that's where they would channel all their emotions into, right? You know, because that's how they seen it, or that's how they see it. It's understanding the dynamics that works, you know, within the life. Anywho, different topic for a different video. So these individuals were doing that, you know, like that, like, you know, with the, you know, paisas, you know. Vatos wouldn't like when you would confuse them for paisas, and like I said, fools would take advantage, and fools used to say they were paisas when they were really, you know, ranking it. So all of this was occurring down here too, and these guys were going about it the same way, I guess, as up there, like they say, right? It's a trip, you know. But like I said, there is homies that are paisas, you know, too, and stuff like that. It's almost like they justify it by like, oh, well, this is a paisa gangster, though. This is a paisa gangster, homie. He's paisa, but he gets gangster. Those are just paisas. That's pretty much how they would justify it, bro. I know it doesn't make any sense, bro. Like I said, it's not supposed to make sense, you know, in that sense. So yeah, that is how you know, it goes about it here, right? With homeboys and the whole paisa thing, right? You know, there was no good relationship like that, Vatos would feel insulted. Now, another thing is that he said that, I guess that he watched it in Santo G's channel, that there's an end of hostilities, right? But the upstaters can't walk up there freely. Like, when is an upstate homie going to be able to walk around, up Northern California with a blue paño and not having to worry, right? And this is gangbanging, right? This is gangbanging, It's stupid, stay in school, you get nothing out of this life. I'm not just saying that because of YouTube, whatever. I truly mean that, right? But if we're talking, this is just strictly gangbanging, right? Um, we can't, just because of end of hostilities, you can't expect that homies to be able to walk up there freely with a blue paño. It's kind of like saying, when is a homie from Florence going to be able to walk down, 18th Street's hood, all in their colors and, Florence on their shirt and a blue paño and not having to worry? It's never going to happen. Or a vato from Hazard walking through the V&E, or a vato from V&E walking through Wyfens, or a vato from, any of these other vatos that have beef, Maywood in 18, or Cudahy in 18, or, vatos like that, like, everybody, being able to walk through our enemy's territory, banged out without having to worry, bro. It's the same thing up there. They have to worry because they clash with those vatos. Just like, homies just, can't walk freely or, with no worries down any of our enemy or down any of these streets, where enemigos are at. You're gonna have to keep through. You're gonna have to worry because vatos are coming for your headpiece. Just like up there, that's gangbanging, homie. That's the price that you pay when you want to live this life. So just like they have to keep trucha for the norteños and all, and and having to be on their toes, just like we all have to be on our toes around these areas, where it's not the best areas for us to be at because of all the enemigos. It's gangbanging, homie. That's the nature of the beast, bro. You want to gangbang, homie? There's consequences to this. This is a price that you pay to choose to be a part of this life. People can't feel sorry for it or, like, damn, that's scandalous or whatever. It is. Life is what you make it, my boy. You chose to walk in them shoes. So now you can't expect, stuff to change just because, you effed up, bro. You want to be a part of the streets, bro? Then the streets will take you under first chance they get. And that goes for anybody that chooses to be a part of the streets. Whether it's a black gang member or Asian gang member or Hispanic gang member. These are the outcomes, bro. You get nothing good out of this. So it's to say when homies are going to be able to walk up there freely in their colors, or when our homies going to be able to walk freely down here in their colors around these areas. It's the path that we choose, bro. It's the nature of the beast, homie. I'm not justifying your saying that it's right. I'm just saying that that's how it is. But overall, those are just my thoughts. And, it's interesting, because I know sometimes people get it confused that, down here, it's like we have a bond with, homies like this. But no, they take advantage of paisas and make insults and stuff like that. And like I said, homies just can't walk freely with a blue rag around any of these parts. They get caught sleeping by their enemies. It's a wrap. Just like up there, if they get caught sleeping by their enemies, it's a wrap. But what do you guys think? Leave your opinions in the comments. Does this resonate with, maybe somebody or you the life you lived, or do you understand what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, shadow, we out.